Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Tonight we have an exciting, very interesting episode. So make sure that you call everybody where you know and where you don't know. Make them come over here and hear this, guys, because JPU has put the puzzle pieces together. And you are going to be shocked, as we were, at what was found. Also, I'm going to remind you about that time when the PNP rejected some very strong anti corruption laws. Also, keep your mind on this term throughout the program: illicit enrichment. Illicit enrichment. Just make sure you write that down on a little tab and put it on a sticky note right by your desk because we'll come back to that. Anyway, let us just acknowledge all our friends. See who they here. Good night, moderator. Good night. Thank you for joining. All our regular people, good night. And let me just make an announcement real quick. I have been getting some messages about people wanting to know why such person was blocked and blocked and blocked. Guys, remember that over on this channel, we do not promote or condone false information because we have a problem with disinformation. If anybody you know was blocked from the channel, it is guaranteed to be because that person came on the channel and appeared to deliberately say something that is false. I cannot have that over here. This platform, this channel must maintain its credibility. So therefore, like I said, if somebody complained about being dismissed from the platform, it is for that reason. So what I did tonight, since I've been getting so much complaining, even people are complaining to the moderator, I went ahead and I decided to unblock everybody. I unblock everybody, and they must understand that on this platform, if you come here to be constructive and participate and even just listen silently to this channel, spreading false information and disinformation is not tolerated. We can't do that. We're trying to fight against this stuff. You understand? So I'm a forgiving person, and that's what I did. I unblocked everybody who was blocked. Don't come back over here and do that again. Thank you. Let's go on. So good night, everybody. If you're new here, guys, thank you for joining, and please hit the like button and share the live because this year live program tonight is very important. Like we said, the plot thickens, and it's all gonna come together. And at this point, the Integrity Commission has to be dismantled. No. It has to be dismantled after what I found out. The man you're looking at on the screen, opposition leader Mark Golding. Do you guys like my AI skills? I wasn't trying to be funny or denigrating or anything. That image was powered by AI. It's cute, right? I also did one with the foreign minister because she get drawing at the thing too. You don't like it, guys? Yes, the foreign minister get drawing at it. Not in a negative way, but something took place where, she was at the center of it along with the opposition leader. So that's why, they get to look cute on this platform tonight. All right. Let me see. We're not ramp over here, because guess what now? When you can come over here, come sit down pan way. I absorb and get with nice, good information and we well put together content and hit no like button and share nothing over here. So right here now we are getting militant. When you come over here, do the right thing. Hit the like button and make sure that you're sharing it with somebody. Please and thank you. No, boy, to all this thing I stay, I don't even know which part to start tonight. But let me see. I started putting the puzzle together with this gentleman here, Greg Christie. And let me just say this, because I know that this is probably going to reach Greg Christie. And I don't want nobody listening to this program feel like, say, this is one of those platforms or channels that is, being influenced by any politician or anybody, or we're just out here making mischief. We have respect for everybody. But when it comes to the truth, you rest assured the truth is going to be said over here. So I've liked Greg Christie. I've never had any problem with Greg Christie. When I was an active Twitter user and I used to follow Greg Christie over there, I noticed that he would often share on his Twitter platform corruption, anti-corruption, events, policies, laws, and stuff like that on his platform. And I like that. But something struck me. When Greg Christie posted this, I wonder if I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't think so. When Greg Christie posted this on his Twitter as a sitting member of the Integrity Commission of Jamaica, it kind of really sit well. And the reason I say that is because if a person is not found guilty of anything, you as a member of the Integrity Commission should not be out there putting people out there who are not guilty of corruption. I wonder if you understand me. I say, like, maybe if he was not a member of the committee, then it wouldn't look no way. But as a member of the committee, it would appear that Greg Christie was campaigning against the Prime Minister on something that he was not found guilty of. So I found this to be very inappropriate of Greg Christie to do. Right? This was posted on his Twitter. That was last year that he posted that. And why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because remember, guys, over on this platform, JPU has stood with the Integrity Commission even when people used to bring them down. Until what? Just maybe like a month or so ago that I came out and told you guys that I no longer support the Integrity Commission because I sense and I observe that there is a conspiracy going on between the IC and the opposition, as I felt they were leaking information to Mark Golding, which he had been campaigning on. I strongly believe, without apology, that this Integrity Commission is trying to influence Jamaica's election, or rather interfere. The Integrity Commission, in my view, is trying to interfere with Jamaica's upcoming general election. Now, I want to bring you back to a comment that Mark Golding made around 2015. Mark Golding made this comment 2015 when the PNP was in government. This is the other part of the puzzle, the conspiracy puzzle. If you look here, it says last week, and the source of this, I think, is the Jamaica Gleaner. It says last week, Golding told a joint select committee of Parliament deliberating on the Integrity Commission Act that illicit enrichment is a very powerful tool in the Corruption Prevention Act, which has not been adequately used in Jamaica. There's going to be a twist that follows this, guys. Keep up, Keep up with me, guys. He said, and I quote, "It has been used in relatively minor cases. There have been a couple of successful prosecutions under it, but for relatively small transactional amounts." So we go from, we probably should have started out here so first, but nonetheless, you have Mark Golding telling the committee that where the Integrity Commission Act is concerned, that illicit enrichment was a very powerful tool in corruption prevention. I don't disagree with that. It is a powerful tool, and it should be used where there is actual wrongdoing. When you're putting people on trial and you're investigating people, where it is appropriate to use illicit enrichment or pursue people for illicit enrichment, by all means, we should do that. But it is so ironic to me that Mark Golding said this in 2015, and then you see the Integrity Commission and their relentless pursuit of the Prime Minister, and they can't find anything. They haven't found anything, but they are still referring him to another body of investigators because they didn't see what they were looking for. All right, now. So we have this here. Is it a fair statement to ask? Is it a fair question to ask? Did the Integrity Commission act against the Prime Minister based on this suggestion 2015 or a most recent reminder from the opposition that illicit enrichment is a powerful tool, and maybe, let's see, he was only making this amount of money, or he shouldn't be making this amount yes, let's go after him for illicit enrichment. Is it too late to go after Mark Golding for illicit enrichment in Finsack? I don't know. But I just find it so ironic that these people who have more money than Andrew and get for their money, we're very unscrupulous. They're not being probed for illicit enrichment. A powerful tool, Mark Golding suggested. So the question now is this. Is Mark Golding genuine in his pursuit against corruption? He has been campaigning against the Prime Minister on corruption. He says the Prime Minister is corrupt and he's dishonest. That is what he's campaigning on. He's trying to be a Peter Phillips. He's trying to be a Peter Phillips, and he's trying to do a Peter Phillips when Ruel Reid and them people they were found to were charged with acts of corruption. But Mark Golding doesn't realize that time has passed. That time has passed. Now, let us see if Mark Golding is genuine when it comes on to the fight against corruption. We should all be fighting against corruption, but we must be doing it for all the right reasons, okay? Now, let us see something here. There was an article published, same 2015, when the argument about corruption and the IC was a hot topic. And as you can see here, June 10th, 2015, stay out. Committee says no to pre-contract vetting by anti-corruption bodies. A senior member of the Portia Simpson Miller-led government has said that anti-corruption agencies, by some of their actions, have cost the country dearly. I don't think any of us on this platform, on this channel, would disagree with that. Yes, it's true. They've cost the country dearly. For example, the witch hunt that they're going on about for the past 3 years against the Prime Minister. And even when they find nothing, they continue to pursue. And it has gotten to a point now where there's clear harassment. I don't know. There should be a law. Well, I don't know. There's an anti-harassment law in Jamaica where you're in the workplace, basically, because there's workplace harassment policies in every workplace, but I don't know if it's that way in Jamaica and its politics. But it has gotten to a point now where there's harassment against the Prime Minister. So anyway, the senior member in Portia Simpson Miller's administration who said that some actions of the IC was costing the country dearly. Bunting and Golding. Golding went ahead and said, well, on there. When Kamina Johnson Smith took part in that discussion, that discourse about anti-corruption, about holding folks accountable, Mark Golding had something very interesting to say. And this is going to make you do a double take to wonder if it is really Mark Golding. No. Being that that moral god of corruption. Kamina Johnson Smith suggested that Jamaica should adopt the Sierra Leone version of corruption, anti-corruption. And this is Mark Golding's response. Last week, this article was published 2015 as well. It says last week, Golding told that Joint Select Committee of Parliament deliberating on the Integrity Commission Act. Oh, sorry. That's not the one. I apologize. Sorry. Let me just find it, guys. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Sorry. So it says, tough talking former contractor general, Greg Christie. I just showed him to you. Greg Christie. He criticized Mark Golding and Peter Bunting. When you notice that nobody else in the PNP not do this, he criticized, I am not taking any calls until 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Thank you. Nobody else in the PNP did this. Only Mark Golding and Peter Bunting. And this is why there's so much resistance against them, because people see where them come out from a long time, guys, but people just never really want to pressure the thing too much because them are still, PNP. So the PNP people have never ever really pressure the thing too much. But look at the names here. Bunting and Golding were criticized by Greg Christie for what he said at the time was a brazen resistance to efforts to strengthen the country's anti-corruption laws. Mr. Christie was reacting to the deliberations of Parliament's Joint Select Committee, which was reviewing the Integrity Commission Act. During the committee sitting, look pan the names them good. During the committee sitting, Minister Golding at the time, who was the Justice Minister, rejected a recommendation by opposition Senator Kamina Johnson Smith for the Integrity Commission Act to adopt Sierra Leone's definition of what the law contemplates as corruption. Mark Golding rejected it. Now, make we see what Kamina Johnson Smith was alluding to. I have it here somewhere. Hold on, bear with me, guys. Just have to go through a little bit. Hold on there. Lord Jesus, hold on. Look like me never get that part there. But the part of the Sierra Leone anti-corruption act that Kamina was alluding to. Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. There it is. So the Sierra Leone law regards corruption as the dishonest acquisition of wealth using influence. So remember FinSac? The dishonest acquisition of wealth. Remember how Mark Golding and Peter Bunting get them wealth, Remember, people. Remember, say, through the PNP and through our finance ministry and through FinSac. All type of unscrupulous something. So that part of the law, I don't know if Kamina Johnson Smith, I read the room and know everything we're going and say, look here, we have to go put this in there to keep out the money from the amount of the country. Anyway, it's a dishonest acquisition of wealth, using influence for the promotion, using influence for execution of procurement or public body contracts, bid rigging, and corrupting a public officer. The law in Sierra Leone also prohibits bribery of a public officer to influence the decision of a public body and also obtaining an advantage for or on behalf of a public officer. Golding rejected Senator Johnson Smith's suggestion that Sierra Leone's definition of corruption be incorporated into the Integrity Commission Act. Now you tell me, if you are so anti-corrupt, and if you are so for a country to get rid of corruption, I want somebody to give me a good reason tonight. Whether you're JLP, PNP, or no P, give me a good reason and tell me why in the world Mark Golding would have rejected the anti-corruption law adapt part of the Sierra Leone's anti-corruption law. Why would Mark Golding reject that? If you are so for a clean country and for people to do what is right, why did Mark Golding reject it? Mark Golding rejected it probably because that's exactly how he obtained his wealth. Imam Bunting, nobody else in the PNP did not do that. Nobody else in the PNP didn't back Imam Bunting in what they were saying. So, in case you never know, ever since Mark Golding and Peter Bunting came into the politics, they knew what they came into it for. They knew what their end game was. They wanted this hostile acquisition of the PNP. And we see it play out right before our very eyes. When the people of the PNP were not receptive to their bid for leadership and rejected them, when the black man, Bunting, first step up, them just decide to look here, a gunman style. We're going to just take the thing from them. And that's what they do. Because the PNP people, them know say, them can stay at the party if they want, but them can't come lead it because them know where them coming at the politics for and how they came into the politics. The puzzle is coming together, people. Now, let us go a little further. Again, I have to keep going through each of these slides because I was in a rush and they were not in order. I apologize for that. So Greg Christie went on Twitter And he spoke about it. I'm going to show you what he said. As you heard, Golding was the first one to run out and say, no. We don't need that the type of corruption prevention in this country. Peter Bunting supported him and backed him, as you can see. But Mr. Christie has taken a dim view of the stance taken by the two ministers. Writing on Twitter, he says he agrees that Jamaica should adopt a more expansive definition of corruption. He says he's long advocated for local lawmakers to take an even tougher approach on what's regarded as corruption, even tougher than what's currently legislated in Sierra Leone. I agree with him. The former contractor general said at the time that Johnson Smith should be commended for her efforts to strengthen Jamaica's anti-corruption laws in the face of what he described as, quote, open and continuing resistance. He says Jamaica should take its cue from Sierra Leone, where there's a very strong example of a single anti-corruption agency. Now, if this is not a damning discovery and revelation, tell me what is. I want to, you can call the program now. I want to know if you just tell me what you think. Is Mark Golding really against corruption? Is he really against corruption? It is very clear that they are going after the Prime Minister. I watched something on YouTube yesterday that showed them bad. Mr. Golding and the IC are friends from way back. Why did Mark Golding oppose? Hold on, guys. Why did Mark Golding oppose and reject strengthening the anti-corruption law in Jamaica? Mark Golding and Peter Bunting. They were the only two people on the opposition side to do that. What does that tell you? Want to see why Mark Golding had to buy the PNP for $10 million and promise delegate them say, if them vote for him going to give them some of my money. Want to see why? Want to ever see no other leader of any of the major political party them in a Jamaica in an internal election have to pay them party members forget the leadership? We never see them sitting in a Jamaica? Eh? I'm telling you about this alien style of politics, where the PNP allowing, because we can't be talking about this and I try to separate the PNP from Mark Golding and Peter Bunting. You can't do that because the PNP enable this. You have some people who are members of the PNP. And then we say, Bunting them and Golding them are Rise United, them and a PNP. You cannot separate them. You can't separate them when you don't have the real and true warrior them, black people them, in the PNP where openly reject these people. So the PNP is partly to be blamed. They're fully to be blamed, as a matter of fact. Good night, everybody. If you're just joining the live, please hit up the like button. If you're just coming on the platform, breaking news. Mark Golding, who is now campaigning against corruption, rejected. Him and Peter Bunting rejected the strengthening of Jamaica's anti-corruption act. Want to hear good? Mark Golding rejected it, and Greg Christie said he was stunned that people can openly resist and reject something as this when we're all supposed to be here trying to get our country out of this perception that we're all corrupt. What a frustrating job. So when them a come now a campaign on corruption, when them come a campaign on corruption now, them can't talk to anybody about corruption? I don't think so. I do not think so. And I'm saying to Andrew Holness, since them a harass you and a take set on you, draw back for them something and show the nation and show the country say them cannot talk about corruption, because when the Jamaica people them give them the place to run, them couldn't run it because they openly reject anti-corruption strengthening in the country. Openly ask the Integrity Commission if they wish to talk the truth. Let me take a call here. Hello, good night. You're live. Hello?
Good night.
Good night, you're live. What's up?
What I get to understand now, you see, Mark Bolin and Peter Bunting get to find out that Jamaican do not understand that Jamaica is coming like it's a criminal paradise place, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yes, so they can play with the people, their mind. You understand? Because we are talking about tonight, I not even remember those things, you know. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It's shocking to me. He's fighting down corruption against the Prime Minister. And he do not believe in it.
Because I make them get where they reach.
Right. He do not believe in it. And Greg Christie, what a man who I used to look up to. He surprised me bad. He disappointed me bad.
Why do you say that?
He was the man, when he was Contractor General, he was the man who used to deal with the corruption thing. He was strident on it. But now, he's not.
Why do you think that is?
Because he's a part of the PNP. He's a part of it.
Well,
it's clear.
Is that fair to say when he criticized them for openly resisting strengthening our anti-corruption laws?
It's at the time when you do that. At the time when you do that, he never was getting any kickback from them. To me, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
But now he's getting it. Look, one of the members get all up, get robbed. They do not report it to the police, none at all.
You sure about that?
To me, you know, yeah, it's coming from Mark. Those money coming from Mark. That is my opinion. So why a gunman hold you and don't report it to the police? Who are you protecting? You're protecting somebody.
What I didn't like about that was when Greg Christie came out and the media asked him about it, and him say, go and ask the government. As if to say the government was responsible for sending somebody to shoot the man and rob him.
You have to say that thing to make it look like on the government side. You have to say that.
I don't know what could have been his motive for doing that though. What would have been Greg Christie's motive for doing that?
Greg Christie's motive for doing that is to cover them side. Like when they ask the government to cover them side. Understand? He have nothing towards Mark Bolin. He and Mark Bolin is in bed. Mark Bolin and Peter Bunting, they are in bed with Greg Christie and the IC. They are in bed together. Everything you can't find out from the Prime Minister. And every single day, actually, you know, them will be the Prime Minister, you know.
I know. Mm-hmm.
I want him to tell you, him full of his factor. Him strong. Yeah, man. The Prime Minister strong.
All right, well,
children, you know?
Thank you for calling, my friend. I'm going to play a video now. Yeah, and continue on. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Same to you.
Thank you. Have a listen to this. video, guys, and then we'll come back.
The corruption prosecution has ruled the matter is finished. The director of investigation, however, in the course of the investigation, can perform his functions in cooperation with another body. So were the investigation still an ensuing investigation, if he deemed it appropriate, he could cooperate with another body to further his investigation.
And it was...
But once the investigation is complete, Turner, and he has tabled a report, he has sent the report to the DCP, the matter is finished. He cannot decide that he has done all of this work, but he hasn't found what he's looking for, and therefore decide, well, he's going to do it again. And I want you to understand the concept of that, and I want my Jamaican people to understand the concept of that. When you go to court and you're charged with a crime, the prosecution has the burden of proof. They have the job to convince the judge that you ought to be convicted. If they cannot meet the evidentiary burden to do that, the judge's duty is to discharge the defendant. The Director of Corruption Prosecution has discharged the Prime Minister in this matter. Our jurisprudence does not allow the Director of Investigations to continue to pursue a matter into perpetuity because he's not satisfied that with all of his resources, with all of the money spent, with all of the witness statements that he procured, with all of the persons that he spoke to in this investigation, that with having done all of that and not finding anything that can commit the Prime Minister to prosecution, that he can just continue to do it until he finds something in 2029. That is not the principle of our legal jurisprudence. The Prime Minister has been taken to task. He has been investigated, interrogated. The matter is over. The DI has not found anything that is worthy of prosecution. So says the Director of Corruption Prosecution. I will answer again by reading the law that we are all required to observe. 54 says, on completion of an investigation the Director of Investigation shall prepare and submit to the Commission through the Executive Director a report of his findings and recommendations. He has to do that. The Commission then has the job of ensuring the report is tabled in Parliament, and they do that under section, I believe it's section 36.
The Senator just made a very powerful statement in under 3 minutes. In short, what she's saying is, you investigate a matter so extensively, much to the point where you call in so-called foreign experts, and you dig, and you dig, and you dig, and you dig, and you can't find anything. When you send it to the prosecutor, and the prosecutor says, there is nothing, that is the end of it. You can't be saying that, all right, me go refer it now, after me done do all of them there, to the financial investigators. You can't be doing that. You can't be trying to prolong a matter that was settled when the prosecutor look it over and say, there is nothing to charge. You cannot be withholding, or rather preventing, the Prime Minister from being certified. You're holding the man hostage. This is what it comes down to now. The man they were named Pantan, Judge Pantan, Justice Farmer, Justice Pantan. Pantan, you have to go down. You have to go down because you're not a good person. Mr. Them carry this man in a parliament, and the performance where this man put on in a parliament is like, say, the buck stops with him. You hear what the woman just said? The burden of proof is on them. And if they fail to prove their case, and the prosecutor said they fail to prove them case, it is done. Why are they saying we can't certify him? Why are they saying, we need to refer it to another agency or another body? Are you friggin' crazy? No, man. The IC have to get broken down. And when I say broken down, you guys know what I mean, kind of fooling over here. The Integrity Commission of Jamaica, they have to be dismantled. We need a new agency in this time because them people, they're outdated, man. I don't even think they're competent at this point in time. Case in point, the recent housing development situation where they tried to connect the Prime Minister to. You hear say a 4-bedroom, then you hear say a 2-bedroom, then you hear say them never have no communication with the parish council and all them. Come on, man. Them people are incompetent, man. But could find some modern day people. Some modern day people who can perform them job without bias. That's what you're paid to do. You are not paid to be leaking to the opposition. You are not paid to be, colluding with the opposition to interfere with our election. That's what you guys are doing. Integrity Commission, you are trying to interfere with our election. That is what you're doing. We call it out over here. And if we don't want to come with lawsuit, come with lawsuit. It is very clear that the Integrity Commission is trying to interfere in our election. Can nobody over here stand a fool? Because why are you harassing the Prime Minister? You look and you can't find nothing. What has this black man done to UNO? Integrity Commission? What has this black man thief from the Jamaican people? Integrity Commission? What kind of corruption did this black man, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, do? When UNO come, when UNO can't find nothing, and UNO still a look under bed, and UNO still a go round corner, and UNO still a... I want to, man. UNO want to write to the Guardian since UNO love write to Guardian. UNO want us, because the Guardian follow everything what go on in Jamaica, so UNO run go post this, UNO run go post this. UNO want us to write to the Guardian and tell the Guardian, say, what UNO are going with over there, UNO try to interfere with our election and try to influence our election. And I weaponize the Integrity Commission against this man with nothing at all. UNO want us to do that? I expose UNO, man, and call up UNO name to them. UNO have to get dismantled. UNO have to get dismantled. So everything come out here now. Like seriously. Criticizing Mark Golding and Peter Bunting, where their resistance, their open resistance, as you call it, to corruption, to anti-corruption policies, criticizing them openly is one thing. They didn't care that you criticize them. They know why they're here. And they're here for one thing and one thing only. To make money in an unscrupulous manner, an ethical manner in Jamaica, because we have a style in Jamaica where we like to give the impression, say, anything goes in our country. So them come from England and all about and anything goes. Criticizing them publicly where this is concerned is one thing. But when you're going to join this band of disinformation people, character assassins, when you're going to join those band of people to try and take down or destroy somebody who hasn't done anything criminal and illegal, you find yourself between a rock and a very hard place. You find yourself between a rock and a hard place. Yes, you go to Twitter and you go say, them people here, them resistant to what we're trying to do in Jamaica. We're trying to strengthen our anti-corruption laws and they're resisting it. That is one thing. But in this case now, They are trying to incriminate the Prime Minister, and you are going to go on there as a member of the IC. You are going to go out there and try to help them same people here to incriminate a man who not find guilty of doing nothing. You know, sister, sitting wrong with you know. Sitting is terribly wrong with you know. Because I don't even know if Christie know what Pantan them are going with and Stevens to them. Me don't know if he know. This a height, and this a called corruption, you know. And this a corruption. Trying to influence our election is corruption. Trying to use the office of the Integrity Commission and willing participants in there joining you and colluding with you to topple the government. It is corruption. It's a form of corruption. So you can't argue with me now. You're behind out a door now. Maybe the justice system, justice minister, need to go and visit all of Pantan cases that he presided over and analyze his verdict, because something not right, something to think about still. Me not trust Pantan as far as me can show him. I do not trust him. I remember, and I told you guys about this, when the Integrity Commission did a report against Peter Bunting. Them not take no talk from Bunting, and Mark Golden are the one who them a take talk from, you know. Mark Golden, him say Andrew not going to give it up so easy. Because him a gunman, and Andrew for just give it up easy. Remember him talk so. We have to step up and get wicked and get busy upon them. Because Andrew not going to give it up so easy. Them not take no talk from Bunting. Them a take talk from this man here. And this is why one of my friends, when we reason about these things, she said Jamaica still operates like a plantation. Still operates like a plantation. And this is the new plantation owner in town, brawling in front of everybody. The plantation person who is instructing the IC or members of it, the plantation person in charge who is telling our constitutional reform committee that you can't do anything if I don't approve it. The man who is holding up our republic, who draw off the PNP people them off of the committee and tell them, say, don't support nothing, don't sign nothing. Hello, good night. You're live.
Hello, good night.
Yes.
I am listening to you and you make a lot of sense, but there's one issue that I was hoping that you would have highlighted. And it's about the division that the IC has brought to the country. The country split right down the middle, and they should not be the one who's causing this division. Because you call yourself Integrity Commission. And how does one feel when you are the reason why the country is so divided? And when I look at Pantan, who was quite braggadocious, that he's a lay preacher and preaching church or whatever, Christian attitude do not behave that way. The Bible teach about being humble, being meek. I don't see that in him. I see an arrogant fellow.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one final point I want to take a look at. I want to belong.
Mm-hmm.
The government was won by Duncan, that they have to be careful with spending. We have somewhat people in Jamaica who just believe in that government must give them money, must feed them. They're about belly full.
Mm-hmm.
If the government is to do that for everybody, how are we going to pay our bills when people are lazy and don't want to work?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people said to me, when PNP is in power, money run. When Labour in power, money no run.
Money run
So
pan who?
well, Well, they come where they're getting money. I don't know how they're getting it, but they're getting money.
Okay.
So the whole thing is, I'm not living in Jamaica now, but I'm concerned about Jamaica. I want a better Jamaica.
That's why we're here.
I want a Jamaica where you feel safe. And I always tell people, when my neighbor have a job and all these young people come out of high school and they're successful, nobody now rob and thief.
Mm-hmm.
My respect.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night. What the gentleman is saying is true. The division, we shouldn't even be out here speaking in this manner about the Integrity Commission. The Integrity Commission should be able to do their job, come out with their findings, and who figure out prison go prison, and that's it. The petty things and the minor things, and in my view, they have become an entity that contributes to the character assassination of Jamaicans in the parliament. I think that's wrong. And that is one of the reasons why they need to go. Sorry about that, guys. Hello, good night. Good night, you're live.
Okay. Just one quick thing I like to mention to the panel and to your viewers, which we really do not realize. Let me turn on this TV. Juliet Holdings. Do you know that she's a chartered accountant? She's not just a regular.
Yes, I did.
That's a whole different level, you know, Natalie. She's a chartered accountant. When you look at her academic qualification, Mr. Holness' wife, she's just as good as a tax lady, tax woman or a tax man. She's in that sort of position. Because I have a company and I have to deal with a chartered accountant.
And you're saying that to say what?
I'm saying this to say this. Wouldn't you think she will make sure her husband books are in the correct order and the right order and in the right manner? And furthermore, any little thing he's doing would not bring her down if she's a licensed chartered accountant?
You're talking about the financial aspect of the investigation, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Well,
and we must.
I understand.
Sorry.
I understand what you're saying, and it makes sense. What you're saying is that, you know, there shouldn't be any issues with their finances as a couple because she's a chartered accountant. But what the Integrity Commission is saying their findings are, you know, is a confusing situation. For example, when them say them find this amount and that amount didn't make up this amount, they did not give the Prime Minister a chance. They didn't even ask him to prove certain things, to complete their investigation. So them run with what them never asked him for. You cannot do that because they have the burden of proof. So that doesn't mean that the Prime Minister's finances are confusing or in shambles. It's their investigation that makes it look that way. See what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly. And furthermore, it's for you to prove your case.
Absolutely.
As the person who's being scrutinized then, for example, in this case, Andrew Olney. And then they can give the man discharge. Furthermore, I'm just looking on the broader picture, Natalie. My wife's a chartered accountant. My wife is a major developer in Jamaica, you know. And wouldn't this bring Mrs. Juliet Hollis down? You know, people must think kind of like wider than just narrow.
I don't know because I know she and them not investigate them not investigating like say the household income of the Prime Minister. I don't think. Because I haven't
It would
heard.
affect everybody. If I'm doing something dodgy as the Prime Minister, that would affect my wife.
Well,
It would affect my, just like how them say East Bridge is nothing to do with Andrew Holness. I know they must say East Bridge linked to where Gleaner word they think. They say it's linked to Andrew Holness. They're playing word games.
Yeah, I know. I think it's all deliberate, and that's why I'm saying now that the Integrity Commission, their time has come to an end because of what. Look at this: a major TV station like TVJ, because of the Integrity Commission, they're not only causing division, they're also compromising the integrity of our mainstream media and our press. Because look here, TVJ have to come out and apologize because TVJ believed in the Integrity Commission and what, because them report on what the Integrity Commission say. So them come out of you apologize and lawsuit, and they're creating more than division among the people. They're compromising.
More than division.
Yeah.
And I strongly believe Jamaica, like various other country in the world, we need some sort of Integrity Commission body.
Yes, we all agree on that.
It's inevitable. We need that in Jamaica. We're living in first world times now. Regardless, you need it. And this is compromising. And now we're hearing that their contract soon up February to July.
Yes, the two. I forgot to mention that to the audience.
Their contract is up next in a few months' time. Could it be that why they're trying to baffle the Prime Minister in order for him to call an election? We don't know.
They have nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose, man.
They have nothing to lose. Exactly, man.
So it's very
that's all
easy.
I wanted to say,
yeah, man.
To say. Okay, then.
Yes, thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you. And you too.
I don't think they should wait until then. I think they should go now. They should definitely go now. They took their cue from Golding. Andrew Wallace alone, out of all of the 63 parliamentarian them. Out of all of the 63 parliamentarian them. Andrew Wallace alone have money? Is Andrew alone have money? Mark Golding did it. Him say him don't make him money already and him talk as if him have more money than Andrew. Bunting in the Senate. Why them not get investigated for illicit enrichment? If I had to guess, and this is the honest truth from my heart, if I had to guess, I do believe that Mark Golding had something to do with advising the IC to go after the Prime Minister for illicit enrichment. Why do I say that? It's not just my feeling. Mark Golding campaigned on this illicit enrichment thing before it was even tabled in Parliament. Hello, good night.
Good night, Natalie. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. You're live.
Wonderful. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome.
I've been listening to the program,
and
I retreat to my closet to make a call because, when you have children in the household, they're not exactly entitled to a quiet household or a quiet background. All right, nevertheless, I've been listening to the program and you've been asking some serious questions. And the position which you take with regards to the Integrity Commission or the NIC, which is newly known for No Integrity Commission, is one that I share. And you ask a question just before I hit the call button. You ask if is Andrew Wallace the only person in Parliament that has money? It is a very, very important question, and it brings me back to the revelation made most recently that the Integrity Commission has not touched 98% of statutory declarations submitted to the Commission by public officials. They have not touched 98% of their job. Now, Natalie, I understand you live in a first world country. And I'd like to ask you, where in the world can you be employed to a job and 98% of your task you have not completed and keep that job?
No, man, after 60 days, you're gone, man.
After 60 days, you give them a lot of days.
Well, actually, some are 30 days, some are 60 days, some are 90 days, depending on the job performance. But there's definitely going to be a probationary period where if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you are gone.
It's been years.
Yeah.
It's been years. As a matter of fact, the report came out when considering the length of time it has taken to certify the Prime Minister's declaration, right? Our declarations. It's going on 3 years now. But you have not touched 98% of the declaration submitted to you. Like I stated before, this is your main task. And we have seen where the Integrity Commission and its officials have stepped out of what they're supposed to do, to be doing building inspections.
It's a big conspiracy, you know. It's a big conspiracy. And that's why I'm over here. That's why I'm not done with this, because them people there, the whole of them are collude. You say if the Prime Minister does something wrong, nobody over here could, neither me nor nobody could come over here, come back a man with the wrong. That is the standard over here, so. But you see, the man don't do anything wrong. Them look and them make referral to all kind of people for charges and them something there. And them can't find nothing. So what is the matter?
Not only that, but millions of our taxpaying dollars have been spent to hire overseas specialists, which turn up to tell you that they have nothing to prosecute, they have nothing to give to you for the millions you have paid.
Jesus.
And yet, they continue. This is not made up, this is not our word. This was presented in the report submitted to Parliament that they hired overseas forensic financial analysts to look into the Prime Minister's financial dealings. And when the report is dissected, the amount that they say that is disproportionate to his income is to the tune of 1.9 million.
Mm-hmm.
And like you stated, they never gave him the chance to explain it or to prove.
Well, the time when his income dropped, did they even bother to report that part there when the income did drop? Or what year was that again?
Not only that, the losses he took on throughout his various companies, they haven't reported on those things. They haven't reported on the losses that he has incurred through his various companies. They have not.
You know what?
And one of the things that they have done when I look into the report, Natalie, you see, the financial dealings in between companies, they have tallied all those money to say over 400 million is being moved around throughout these accounts. How can you keep on bringing up the number when it is like this, Natalie? You have $1,000 and you move it out to your right pocket and put in your left pocket and say, no, so I see if I find my purse. But wait, my purse, somebody might grab it. You know what? Make I put it in the bank. That is not $4,000. You can't come and say $4,000 moving because it moved to 4 different places. It's $1,000 that have gone through all these entities from right pocket to left, to purse to the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look into it, the report, the person doing the report don't understand the difference between intercompany transaction and outside company transactions. They have tallied everything.
This comes down to one thing. Them have a hate for the Prime Minister and them have to get him out. Let us not talk about the incompetence and all the other stuff. Incompetence, the collusion, the conspiracy. They all this, when you see, the bloggers, them, what upon YouTube will say, them are write letter to King Charles, the same like what the PNP them do to Peter Phillips. When they couldn't get him out democratically, them said them write letters to them go and carry it to the today, where the man named the Governor General.
Mm-hmm.
So the people them were write letter to King Charles about Andrew are the same pattern them a follow because them in the conspiracy to with the PNP them and them need to leave the Prime Minister alone. When him do something wrong, we will shove him out.
But answer me this, Natalie. We are writing to King Charles. Then what was the purpose of the document signed and agreed upon in 1962? What is the whole meaning of celebrating August 6th?
Let us not even go there. But tell you,
because
we're operating on a plantation and the plantation master is here. See him there upon the screen.
So
Mark Golding, plantation
so
master there. So they must figure.
That is so true. This has been going on for a while, but it has never been more clear than in this time.
No. But caller,
it has been going on like this.
I have to take another call. I thank you for calling.
Yes, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes, have a good night. Guys, the members of the PNP, they saw and knew what was happening all along. Hello, good night.
Good night, Natalie.
Yes, man, you're live. What, man?
Yeah, man, I understand so man. You man?
Yes.
Yeah, man, some of the time we was man, listen, we don't know really some of the time, we listen to your program most of the time, but some of the time we shoot at one or two comment.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I listen to the bridge now,
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the money thing we might talk about with Andrew Honest, me hearing you are saying so. Under $2 million in the politics of Jamaica, right? If you're a politician, we're in a parliament for over 30 years. Under $2 million no money.
No, sir. Little bit of money that.
I don't know money. Right? But the other thing more reason with your point, you hear one?
Yeah.
You see the division for the department are creating in Jamaica. It is realer than real deal all the feeling. Listen to me. I don't remember if you watch a news where a girl gets shot in Florida, right? A Jamaican girl.
Yeah.
Her baby father kill her, give her a treatment to them.
Remember?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see that girl is my sister, brother, daughter.
Oh my goodness, right? Really?
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man, sad story, Natalie. But you man, I don't know how Marvel she come from. I would don't know Marvel. She buried last week, Thursday. Right? And we don't know Marvel. She get our week coming like stone up. But that's irrelevant. I tell her she get a nice funeral. That tell her she's a nice person. She only 21 years.
Oh gosh.
Right? Yeah, man. But we know Marvel is a strong PNP owner. And Sister Natalie, I hear my man, down there. I will talk some politics and minimum 12 of them surround the PNP. I will talk some politics, I hear my man. You see the things that we are spew out of their mouth, the lies them. I see same thing with them get from the social media, and you can't tell them nothing, you know. You see the division in Jamaica. The division in Jamaica, it kind of come here 50 years old, you know. It kind of want to feel like back in the 80s. Them kind of vibes they come back around.
Okay.
But the thing I kind of get so intensified. Believe all from after we don't have the debate, and one of the brothers did there because I'm working at the carpet field, you know, suit and tie guy, right? One of my sister had a sister by her father's side, husband, right? In my PNP too. And all him up on, I think this was a Wednesday or Thursday we did it, right? And I think him up on, after we did that, we had debate and we had talk, and I tell him, he said, no, that not goes for lie. It's lie. Start some facts. And he said, yo, wait until Friday. You say Friday I come, watch where I go come. That's a Friday gone, you know. That's a Friday gone, you know. So right after we got the funeral and thing I will put her away and stuff, me take it to come, my mother them fly down on everybody, you know. My mother and two of my sister them and, you know, one of my niece come in and say, all right, I'm going to plan something because I 4 days them come in for. Right? So I say, all right, I got Ochi. We are going we look at Margaritaville.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We can't go to Margaritaville and go eat some dinner and
You know, do a look at both thing or whatever. But in the dead thing, her husband is dead. So when they there, my mother say, where the breaking news for Friday and him start laugh. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was some kind of tabling supposed to go in a parliament the Friday. Some of the time, you know, when I hear them talk, you know, because as I tell you, you know, in the corporate world, you know, in deep in the political world too. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So them kind of get some first-hand information where you know where. You understand? So anyway, I tell you, a long story short, I said that for this right, you know, man? The division in Jamaica right now, because I go for a league and start for the church, the man of a league and the virgin is Rasta man up there sell the juice. See, me buy water from him, man. I say, buy some chicken. I tell him, say, I'm back a film cat, a mark hole in a mic, man. And you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing.
What you say? Them put Mark Golden beside.
Mark Golden, you say,
don't make me laugh, yeah.
No, you know what I'm saying that. Send anybody go for league on the right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Up push back them girl chicken right across and the embassy right there. So I tell them to go buy. So look right, because they're right behind the chicken jump. And look right in the back and yard. And Rasta man, you know. Right? Me a back and forth from Kingston to Mobile, because we have a liquor store around on the strip.
Yeah.
And on Jamaica Boulevard down here, my virgin.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And night before last night, and it's Rasta man up there. And I back out the phone and I say, yo, what's some I think the way we see that little journey, we always, when we like call people, even if some of the time for phone them, you know, we always on a jungle, right? And I need George Bang win.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When we come out bowling, go to boom and put chain on him neck.
Jesus,
right?
Father.
I have Mark holding a take off chain and find me. I show the Rasta man, I say, yo, how many people come out and denounce this?
Where say?
You know, you want Rasta man in Jamaica come out and denounce this.
Mm-hmm.
He might tell me, say, do I, you know, he look at me and tell me, say, a AI thing, I put video together. He's a black man. It's so basically,
they lose their way, man. They lose their way. They lose them. You don't make no sense to try with them. You don't make no sense to try with them.
Listen to me, man. But anyway, the thing is real and it's more serious than some of the time over there upon the look at talk.
Yes.
And it's surprising how you know say one or two of bridging them. You know, because let me tell you something. I have no green and no orange in my eye. I have Jamaica first, you know.
Yes.
See?
Mm-hmm.
I have Jamaica first. See me? And it's surprising how many see nobody get up and grab up some placards there and go up at the Integrity Commission board and go protest around them out of the place because the division with them boy they are suing at Jamaica right now is realer than all the feel, you know.
Wow.
It's real, you know, mommy.
Yeah, then when I see it, man. That's why what you talk about it. How much people over here tonight? 1,397. Good night, everybody. But I thank you for calling, Carla, because that AI is something that knocked me out, you know.
Yeah, that's all enough, man. Why, man, can I always take the program?
Yeah, big up yourself. Thank you. Mm-hmm. People know you them something, yeah? This photograph, when him ask the gentleman, oh, him not talk about it, the man say AI. Me not supposed to laugh about this, you know, because not funny about it. Make I show you something. The Gleaner just did this a few days ago. Them say Patterson calls for greater Caribbean unity as Motley takes lead on global economic reform. Now it makes you wonder, who is the opposition leader of Jamaica? Is it PJ Patterson? You know, I have heard some PNP people say PJ must go on in the pavilion and stop shove up himself like say boy. Him still a leader, him still a the you know. I don't want to use certain adjectives because PJ is an elderly man. But for the Gleaner do this, a big styling thing this, you know. I don't know if it's intentional. It could be an innocent mistake, I would say. But Mark Golding, Mark Golding doesn't make any contribution to the politics of the time. He's just there. He's just there, just existing. Look who makes the headlines. It look like them have to start call him opposition PJ, opposition leader PJ. PJ out there call for greater Caribbean unity. And the Prime Minister of Barbados takes the lead on global economic reform. She made a very good speech. I posted it here. I didn't post anything or anyone else who was at that event. But I liked her tone because she came to a PNP event. And her speech was a global, underline the word global, economic reform speech. So she wasn't really talking she wasn't really talking to the PNP. She was talking to the globe, the community in the international, in the Caribbean community. She was talking to everybody. It wasn't PNP centered or PNP focused. She's been at this kind of setting in Jamaica before. She was invited by Dr. Phillips, where there was a focus on Michael Manley, a focus on, this or that. But this time it was a bit different. Mark Golding is a non-factor. One thinks that England would take up Mark Golding put in them parliament. He doesn't have what it takes. It's very clear. And that's not to undermine him. Some people are just not leaders. Very simple. And some people will tell you, you go in a group with somebody or you team up with somebody and, you ask somebody, you want to be the team leader? If half of the people them will up them on a whole heap, most people then don't want to lead. They don't want to be no team leader. As somebody who are driven and have that in them will take the lead because it's a big responsibility. You have to be accountable to everybody for everything. But some people just aren't leaders. And that's him. All them something here now.
Path to independence was charted by the blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors, many of whom suffered and died to secure the rights and status as citizens that we enjoy today. By the blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors, many of whom suffered and died to secure the rights and status as citizens that we enjoy today.
So, it's very clear. But what is reaching the PNP now is this man buy the party for $10 million. Make how much in billion off of the party. Come take one look at 10 million out it and buy the party. And PJ them can't talk to him. PJ them cannot look him in the eye and look each other in the eye and say, listen, this right here, what's going on is not right. A man who roll up shackles over black man head in Jamaica, PJ, Peter Phillips and the whole of them cannot look at this situation and face the reality. Them just make him continue on this unscrupulous path to snatch the reins of government from the current leader who is there. They want to overthrow the Prime Minister. But PJ them cannot talk to him because you know why? When the comrades them were saying this, that the party is now a capitalist party and being run by a few well-connected individuals, they were talking about Peter Bunting and Mark Golding, who are go there, go sit down on committee, and I go tell Jamaica people say, them now go support nothing to strengthen the Anti-Corruption Act in Jamaica. Those are the people that the PNP people them did I want the party about. I say, look here. This a party and our Democratic Socialist Party, this where Michael Manley and them did and left give it. And so dirty capitalists come in now a benefit off of everything. And them a get everything. And them a run everything. And them come benefit the most. Look on the black people, them man. Only listen to this. Them say every tongue shall confess. Every knee shall bow and every tongue shall tell. A real something. And a prank. Here you know. Hear the confession you know.
Some people, now beg one thing, take this thing serious. Make some sacrifice so that we come through this time. We have to build something together in people. We have to build up the thing for the People's National Party, for Jamaica land we love. We want to build a good society. The farmers have a government to support them. They must struggle right now. The fertilizer price, we don't hear how it's done. The government not going to know about that. You know,
Hold on. Draw breaks right there, so. When just about the farmers, them. When just about the farmers, them. I first me I hear this, you know, because me never really listen to him much longer than, you know, when him say him don't make him money. When just about the farmer, them. Is this the same man who went to the PNP conference and tell the people them say, when Andrew Onis gave the woman, the female farmer, when him give her the donkey what she asked for, and them give her the chicken, the sitting where you pluck out the chicken, and give her the farm goods them, and what then do? Then go them conference, and them go say Andrew Onis a keep government, and then bring out donkey for a break on them conference, and I say he ha. Andrew Onis a he ha government. And him attack say, you know, them that style they outdated. This, hey, I want to talk up some sitting out here, say, see, man. You don't remember the donkey lady, man? The donkey lady who's the prime minister. I want donkey me want to go do me farming. They didn't embrace rural life or farmers' lives. Them come out and make a mockery of her. And make a mockery of the prime minister who responded to a female farmer who said me that like the donkey, and then not only give her the donkey, then give her sin for pluck chicken because she's a hustler and a small. Let me not try to lickle down the woman something. The woman is a small business person. She do her farming, she have her livestock a go on there, and she just get the road with the farm road. Because why? Them a tap on her wrist. Them no business about Miss Diane. They're not really business about agriculture people and farming people and rural people. They're a fake.
So we make a money out of politics. We don't make my money already.
Andrew Wallace them know not about politics. So that's why the Integrity Commission and them now, them come for say, if Andrew Wallace have any more money than what in Prime Minister's salary is supposed to be, I must thief it. Because him only know politics, him not supposed to know investment, him not supposed to know any other sport. We give him an extra stream of income because him only know politics. So Mark Golden who have him offshore accounts and in offshore property and have this money over England and that the money over the Caribbean island and that the money they in a Jamaica and all about the place. And him alone because him say him know everything. So him alone for have the whole heap of stream of income and the black man in a Jamaica, Andrew Onis, him thief everything. People will not see what go on. Mark Golden is going to build the economy of Jamaica when proven wealth, lost how much billions of dollars with the and the CEO him left and gang and farm one different organization. Eh? How?
Now, beg on one thing. Take this thing serious. Make some sacrifice so that we come through this time. We have build something together in people. We build up the thing for the People's National Party, for Jamaica land we love. We want to build a good society. The farmers have a government to support them. They must struggle right now. The fertilizer price, we don't hear about that. The government not know about that. You know,
Wanna hear? Fake. Jesus, Father. Jamaica. What Jamaica could have do to deserve this? But you know what? Whole heap of people me here say they don't sorry for the PNP. They not sorry for them. The disgrace, the embarrassment. All this, they not sorry for them. Because when the little people them attack, when the little people them a slam them and I say, look here, uno take away the party from away, uno bring in them them two capitalists here, Bunting and Golden. If you can do as they like, and them a make you all their money. Because you hear my Golden confess, every tongue shall tell. Him come confess, so then don't make their money already. So the little people them, I call them little people because some are Golden call them little people. Little lady. Little boy. That's how you style them. So when them know, they little because they not no money. And Andrew little because Andrew not no money of politics alone, you know. When them sit down there, I come as NEC meeting, I come a constituency meeting, I come a that the meeting, I walk off them boot, I walk a tell life on people. Meanwhile, they're saying that the party is now capitalist and being run by a few well-connected individuals. Well-connected individuals. How did Golden come in? He was well-connected to Omar Davis. That's how Golden came into the politics. Well-connected. Them just never want to call him name. Because they're afraid of the consequence. So that well-connected man, whose father came to Jamaica to come live on Crown land, who grew up at Huey, freeness, Crown land, they say, entitled, made his way into the PNP, entitled. King Charles over there look on everything, you know. Yeah, man. King Charles them over there, people over in Jamaica look on everything what go on. And him probably I said to himself, so then we wouldn't take up this man and put in a full parliament. Because if you fool them down there, do it. Because that's good for us. I want to see who is resisting Jamaica removing the king as head of state. I want to see who is resisting it. One man in Jamaica resist it. Down to the former Prime Minister, PJ Patterson, come out and go sit up at the university to have a discussion on it. Encouraged it. And said, want to come together, find consensus, and let us do this as a country. And after PJ said that, Mark Golden pretended as if he was okay with it by appointing black people to the committee. And then him just tell him, so don't sign nothing. Come on, fight. Because I don't know if you go consult with King Charles them. And they say, we don't really want that because right now, if any more of the colonies them turn them back pan way, especially Jamaica was so popular, we are going to become unpopular. The whole media all over the world are going to publish it. Breaking news, Jamaica has cut ties or removed King Charles as head of state. That no good press for them. That no make good press for them, you know. Remember Jamaica popular, you know, King Charles not popular, you know. So when you see the puzzle come together, you know, people. One man is putting up a fight. Find all kind of fault and problem. Him don't want the king to be removed as head of state. So I want to say to the Integrity Commission tonight, nobody make people them run away. Just have the decency for go about to no business. Have the decency. Justice Pant and a whole heap of people used to respect you. Me, I wonder to myself now, what make the gentleman there beside Mark Golden did quietly leave. Me, I wonder now. Everything come crashing down on the PNP because why? The PNP, from long as people have money, them are going like say they're hungry than nobody else. From long as you have money, you can't go in there and do anything what you want to do. That happen to them. From as long as people have money, them not vet people, them not see what people come about or what's them agenda. From they have money, then dance with the devil. And look what is happening now. The devil has taken over. As what the comrades say, the serpents have taken over. I'm not going to hear it. The man with that ball, July. Because July ball and say, look what we have become. Me give up 40 years to the PNP and the serpents have taken over. Look there. Just because you have money, anybody will knock on the door and show them money, the PNP take them in. What am I going to learn from this? What are they going to learn from this? Sell them party for $10 million. What the hell are they going to learn from this? You can't sell a major political movement for $10 million. You know idiot? The walls come crashing down because you don't think we do not belly. Nobody else, this is an alien style of politics. Nobody else has ever come into any of our political parties in Jamaica. And they're running in an internal election for the presidency of that party. And they offer up the people who are going to take part in the electing process $10 million. Vote buying. Party buying. I don't think some Mark Golden no sign of Jamaica alone could I get away with that? You don't think same no? Guys, me I beg on to hit up the like button over here. 1370 around. Please and thanks, hit up the like button. This is to be heard by everybody. And I want to say to Kamina Johnson Smith, I don't know if you're over here tonight, but somebody saying go tell her, say, you see that move where you make from them time there? Where you gave these people the option to shine. You gave them the option to show Jamaica what they're made of. And they did. I will remember. You said to them, let us do this to strengthen our anti-corruption protection in the country. And they said, hell no, what are you talking about? We don't subscribe to that. We want to be able to do all manner of things to earn our wealth, to gain, to gain our wealth. What are you doing? That's how we got here. That's how we got here, and that's what we plan to do going forward, because 2015, them time, Portia was probably on her way out, and we want this party. So what are you doing? We don't make money already by those means. So what are you doing? Brawling. Them never hide and do it. Them never hide and do it. I must have read this over 5 times. Oh, wait there. I must have read this over 5 times to see what was it about the proposal by Johnson Smith. What was it about the proposal that anybody in their right mind, and even any honest person, would I reject something like that? What is it about it that is so adverse to your rights? You know? And there was nothing. People should accept what he wants, like the illicit enrichment thing, which I agree with. It's a good thing. You don't want people to just come in and I get wealthy and them something there without explanation. He rejected it. Will he ever explain this to anybody? Will he ever explain to the country? And this is something I like with Jamaica. People can do anything. And nobody, the journalists them in Jamaica, them may I talk to, none of them now go find this man and say to him, say, Mr. Golden, you and Bunting, because the two of them, nobody else never do that because the two of them come in on the said agenda to topple the PNP, control it, and then go wage war upon the Prime Minister to control the government. That was their plan. That was their plan. So this is the final leg of their plan. And Andrew Holness is meeting it with them. But may I say to the Prime Minister of Jamaica and the real and true Jamaica people, them, hold the fort. Hold the fort. The Jamaican people are dependent on of it. Hold the fort. Because just like how the PNP people them rejected Peter Bunting, Jamaica don't want him. And he's trying to weasel his way through the back door behind Mark Golden 9 pants pocket. Jamaica don't want them. So hold the fort, Andrew Holness. Hold the fort. I'm going to do an upload tomorrow. And I want everybody to check it out. But Jamaica, again, was reported by Statin that inflation has gone down. Inflation has been gradually going down. Because I see them put out data, say Jamaican people spend how much millions or billions of dollars over Black Friday. And Christmas not come yet. So I say then the people them must suffer so. Where they get so much more inflation going down? So then can go there, go splurge and buy Black Friday deals and all kind of summer. How much, somebody talking in a comment and remind me again, how much $1 billion they spend? The data come out a couple of days ago. Jamaican people spend. Me tell you already, I no member. Guys, please do hit up the like button, please, and thanks. Thank you, moderator, for the reminder. Guys, please do hit up the like button, please, and thanks. 43, how much? Billion or million? Thank you, Anita. Miss Gwendolyn. Valencia. $43 billion. Thank you, guys. Jamaica people spend $43 billion over Black Friday and Christmas don't come yet. I'm reading something I say about where Jamaica people get so much money from. And them attack like say the country, the sky come down upon the country and the people them destitute. We are third world. Remember, say we are third world, Remember yesterday me tell you, say we are third world because Isaac Buchanan say we is a third world of beggars. A third world country of beggars. So where the hell Jamaica people get 35 or 43, billions of dollars to spend Black Friday? Say the people them want to carry down the country. They want to carry down the country because they want to carry down the Prime Minister. So I want the real patriot them to stand up in the parliament. I don't care if you dep on one side or the other. But if you continue to sit down with the enemies of the state, the Golden and the Bunting them, and we not defend Jamaica and stand up for Jamaica, we not want a lot of part we do, Remember, I'm telling you, So all who think say, if Mark Golden lose, we not going to come in and come save the day. We not save nothing. Because now enough to save it. The urgency of now. Long time, 4 years now, I telling you, say, Mark Golden and Peter Bunting, them are wicked. Them not come in the politics to advance the development agenda. Them come in for some unscrupulous style where they're all about power and control and making more money. They came into the politics and made their money, and they are back for more. They may talk like they're satisfied with what they had, but they're not. They are back for more. Certain topic them cannot come out and talk on. They will never come out and talk on FinSac. They will never come out and talk on nothing what to do with proving and the loss of revenue and all of them stuff. Them not come talk about that. Them not want an explanation. Them will never come tell you why they rejected the strengthening of our anti-corruption act. They will never. So see them here. What a confusion. Greg Christie come call them out, say them brawling a resist strengthening the anti-corruption act. Meanwhile, you have Pantan. Him come now a text it from Andrew to interfere in our election to save Mark Golden. Who knows see a confusion this? I leak out information. Before that one caller call, that's what I was gonna say, is that me not come out here take no set pan them. Me don't come out here take no set pan them. When me said them, me attack the Integrity Commission. Mark Golden could have campaigned on illicit enrichment, he said, before this was tabled in the parliament. How did he get that information? He got it because someone in the IC leaked it. And he didn't care if he implicated them. He didn't care that, we'll go they go campaign on it and it's going to make it look like them leaked to it. He didn't care. But you know what? Everything we are tumbling now, the whole house, we are tumbling now upon the IC. It is their own fault. When you chat too much. All because you don't want to overthrow the Prime Minister. When you chat too much. And see it there? Want to tell Mark Golden and let him in pan and tell him the secret on the investigation. Then go campaign pan. And see it there now. People like me who used to support to know. When Mr. say that to know, me have to say no. When I have to come down now. So this is the state of our politics right now. Though stable, though it looks stable to, the outside world, because them now really look on the opposition too much, them look on the government of the day. Will look like a stable democracy. And we look like we're politically stable compared to over England and them place there in America too. But underneath it all, the leader of the country is meeting it with these people unfairly. And if the leader of the country is over here listening tonight, Prime Minister, we stand up with you like the Rock of Gibraltar. We stand up with you because we see how wickedness them are going with. I want a response, Uvex. Because right is right and wrong is wrong. When they find say the Prime Minister is sitting wrong, and him either plead guilty or found guilty, and the whole process go through, then we will have something different to say. But we are not like some people who come out here, come try incriminate people and lies. I don't like that. And anybody who you ever been a victim of somebody telling lie upon you, deliberately, my love, you're not going to support these kind of things. Them people will make you go to prison with sitting where you don't know about. A wickedness then go along with. I must say me stand up with Andrew. Yeah. When him do something wrong, me not going to stand up with him no more. That is a promise. What a disgrace. The Integrity Commission, we must understand what we have done. You see what TVJ find himself in, how cause it, Yeah, how cause it. TVJ says, we would like to apologize to the Prime Minister for our error. I feel like so when TVJ put out that statement here, because now you have lawyers involved and them something. The TVJ should have put some of the blame on the IC and say we got our information from the Integrity Commission and we only reported what they said. So we are sorry for blindly going out there and talking things what don't go so. Viewers may recall that as a breaking news item last night, we attempted to summarize the details of the latest Integrity Commission report tabled in Parliament. In doing so, we made a significant error, which we retract and now correct. The Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness, is not the owner of the property being built, contrary to the planning approval and building permit issued by the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. The property is owned by Estate Bridge Holding Limited. Andrew Holness was a farmer shareholder, but not at this time. Hasn't been so in a while. So, I don't know if they never read the full report. I don't even know if the people they mention it in it. But you know what? I'm telling you something. Me not in a no confrontation and me not in a no argument with nobody about nothing where the Integrity Commission put out. You hear me I telling you? Because I see some people they want to in an argument. But why the Prime Minister and the charity and this me not in a no argument with none of you. You know what me in an argument with? The development of the country. Anybody when not come about development and them argument, they are only me come about. Because not the way the Integrity Commission. Look here. The man when him, I wonder if a man they over here listen tonight. The man when him Vernon. Him dey on YouTube here so. And I want all of you to go over him channel, go listen to that sitting here when put up. Somebody share it with me. Him name me no want call him name wrong, you know. Vernon something already. The man where do Bark the Truth. Him write one column called Bark the Truth. Him put up one video and him talk about the Integrity Commission. The Integrity Commission is not there to nitpick and try to prosecute people based on foolishness. If somebody violates the law, including corruption, thieving, illicit enrichment, what that you know to do? When the people, when you know find, so they not look here, you need to go study the FBI. Anytime you see the FBI come talk, and one time them wrap up them case, and there is somebody going to prison. Uno come out of country, Mr. Some simple thing as, and I'm gonna say it's simple, though it may be wrong. But for example, a person not declare them statutory thing on the date that it's designated to be done. That's not something for you come tell the country say we are gonna refer them for prosecute. No. If you're going to find the people them for being late, you send them the notice and make them know say you need to go to the court and go pay your fine. End of story. We don't need to have bloggers taking up the people and whether they're in jail or PNP, me not care. But somebody missed the date of filing something. You hold them accountable and find them. But this is nothing for your table in a parliament. No. You guys shouldn't even be inside the parliament no time at all. We don't want you not frowning in our parliament neither. When somebody, when you know old people for thieving and corruption and they're sitting there, can them go down at the courthouse or wherever, make them get them charged. And then we will deal with the rest of it as bloggers out here. But we don't want you not more frowning, man. You're not supposed to contact we unless somebody has got prison. People, not allow me to tell. Vernon, I just want to say thank you, Vernon Darby. Thank you, Miss Leone. Vernon Darby, I just want to say thank you for that video that you put up talking about the Integrity Commission. We have taken up, they have taken up so much of the country's time with all these things that they're doing. You see, a whole heap of good things are going in our country, you know. And me never do the segment tonight, but me going to do it tomorrow. I do a segment over here called the good stuff because I see all the good things happening. The Integrity Commission has distracted the country with their foolishness so that nobody is really focused on the good things that are happening. For example, I have a few photographs here. The people who are getting their housing. You understand? The development of communities. They don't want you to be talking about this. They don't want you to be talking about all the things that are being done in healthcare. They don't want you to be talking about these things. So them come with them damn foolishness, taking away from us watching the development and talking about the development. This is the danger of this Integrity Commission. And that's why they have to go. They have to come down now. Them is no good for the country at this time. Sorry. No good for the country. So no see now. All who just a come. See it here? 2015. Read it. There was a joint select committee discussing matters related to the Integrity Commission Act. And on that committee, you have JLP, you have PNP, and everybody are putting in 2 cents. And Mark Golding, illicit enrichment, very powerful tool. Very, very powerful tool. And lo and behold, the Integrity Commission, in their relentless pursuit, alongside Golding, to take down the duly elected government of Jamaica, them jump on the illicit enrichment bandwagon for come take down the Prime Minister and the government of Jamaica. Yes, that's how it go. Same how it go. And now the country see them. They expose them now. And the same Mark Golding now who come about integrity, disappointment, that is, according to a member of the committee, of the Integrity Commission, a member of the commission, brazen resistance to efforts to strengthen the country's anti-corruption laws. Peter Bunting and Mark Golding, you never hear them call no other PNP member name because peas in a pod, Golding and Bunting, business partner, the two of them are try to topple the government to run the country. Failed business partner, may I call them fail. Because you can't be such a powerful businessman and you come get rejected for lead a major political party and you're rejected and they run you away from your constituents where you did there. You know, una make up profile, man. Una make up on a profile. If you were such a successful businessman, you have nice attitude, people believe in you. Even if you're not a nice attitude, people trust and believe in you. So you gotta do the right thing and them something. They unscrupulous because the people them see it and the PNP people them say, we don't want no final leader, man. Go away. We don't want no final leader. But the licky business in the politics it make them put in Mark Golding. Licky $10 million. And you see it now? Some of them so shame they either can't talk or them have to join the disinformation regime. What a disgrace. Kamina, I thank you so much. You give them rope, in a girl. You give them rope. People, when you tell me in the chat if she not give them rope, she give them rope. You're wrong for run back down the country with a FinSac part 2. Yeah, man, the country have to know, man. Country have to know. Why would the thing say Them want to hurry up about election, and a force Andrew about call election. You want me to tell you know why? Guys, we can't have 1,400 how much people over here and a 775 people hit the like button. No, Ram, put me over here and I get good content. Oh, please to hit the like button. No. I want me to say again, type in a comment. The woman give them rope for hang themselves. The woman give them rope. So because them did in a government at the time, them not feel say the Jamaican people them would have looked upon that and say, oh, no man, if you are so against corruption, why would you put up a resistance to something that is going to protect the country and its interests? No, sir. Nothing can. What can go so, eh? Thanks again, Mark. Thanks again. Big up yourself. Millions and millions of dollars. Me know people from Finsack where they still a ball. And them are people that have the nerve if you come talk to people about corruption. When come in and give them the place to run and then come run it and come talk about say them a reject anti-corruption law. Why would you not want to strengthen it? It means say you're unscrupulous. All right, so the person I call. Hello, good night. Perfect timing.
Well, good night.
Yes, perfect timing. Yes. So guys, this is our friend from down at Porus calling back. Remember the gentleman who called from Porus the other night who told us that there was some issues. He had some issues down there where development and proper I will make him tell you no, but there are some issues. Him said that the two MPs them are responsible for down there is Rhoda Crawford and Mr. Robert Chin. Now, say if anybody come over JP, you want to say to us, listen, with the other constituency era, we're having a problem with this. You call the program to get some help. So we know with this platform, we're going to help you. So I went over to Rhoda Crawford's page 2 times and made a comment on things that she's putting out with what she's doing in central Manchester. And I asked her, what about Porus? 2 different times. And I see her responding to other people on the thread and she don't respond to mine. So I went on there a 3rd time. I'm saying, listen, your constituents who are Laborites, they're asking on my channel for me to, highlight their question. They're having issues. And the comment was deleted. So I want to say to Rhoda, sir, you're live, talk.
Miss, good night, JP, family.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be late tonight. I'm in sleep. But just jump up.
That's okay.
Just say something to Miss Rhoda Crawford and may I say the message to Miss Rhoda Crawford and Mr. Mitchell and the mayor of man. We have an issue right now we are faced with. Curfew issue now. We come from bush since even here and we're going to shop everywhere locked down. The issue there we need to address it by the member of parliament and the authority because we can't live like this way. Curfew, you know, time to go to the supermarket and corner shop. This can't work. We don't live in a jungle.
Tell them why is there a curfew, sir? Tell them why there is a curfew.
Curfew because upstir with violence, but the government have resources like the police vehicle, patrol. You can't give me some time, at least 8 o'clock, 8:30. Me come from bush 6, 7 o'clock, and by the time we do our corner shop, we lock down. We don't no ghost town.
How long has this been going on?
You know, since we did the upstir with the kill the girl and the youth.
Yeah, but may I say, has it been 2 weeks ago, 1 month ago?
2 weeks ago, and some more business people face the same. They don't call it, the chief program late, so when they've gone home. in porous. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
And the infrastructure, I say, I'm still on it with porous. We need some more infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
And we need some more things to do them a porous here. So, and myself and the farmer, them need some help. Well, look, we tell you from Beryl, until now, we don't get no allocation from government with nothing. Nothing.
What is the aftermath of burial for you guys where you need help with?
But like me lose yellow yam. But the breeze blew it down. Me lose plantain. Me lose like cucumber. Me lose like sorrel. Everywhere they come here.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere sweep everything. And we don't get nothing from government aid, from rather than nothing. And you can't contact member of parliament, you call, you get nothing from them.
So you and your community, because I assume you live in a farming community.
Yeah, and me say, Mr. Chin.
Yeah.
The only one now after conference, me say, I do some work out of porous, I do some sidewalk, cut off and banking.
Mm-hmm.
In the our inside and the south. From down by like, so we might work from our town down where MacD's used to have the place there.
Yeah.
All the way up to the district named Hampton Road where the water come from. But otherwise, nothing going to porous. I say me born a porous. And the problem we have with the problem, no infrastructure for me I grow. Till now, me a big man. Big 41-year-old man. January come here 40, this is me a 40-year-old. Next one I come here 41 and nothing to oppose. One bill me see bill since me young. I clinic. Nothing else built down here. And then we hear me I say I call it down the building out of porous the market. I will ask him when you start work on the building, you lick down piece and start work, and you lick down the whole like you get start a house out here.
Mm-hmm.
So then these things addressed by these people go in as can me tell you something. Coming in the election is gonna be a battleground because people now go vote. I'm sure that with peace and Mr. Mitchell peace say what they do, they peace that's what they work. You not gonna work, sir.
So the people them around.
Yeah, you not gonna work, sir, because you understand me, I tell the people them say, we never out them, but my brother-in-law, my sister boy sell at the market, and the man tell him say, you know, have work with no resident, he just go ahead and the market. You know, when get that one, the CDC and wait for them.
Who said that, Mitchell?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
So Andrew need to look into the poorest here and know it's not a joke thing. Poorest need to infrastructure like I look about. He might look on over St. Thomas. He might look on over Maypen. And he might look on Mandy. What about poorest?
And you is a Labour Party man.
Yeah, me a little. Me say people lick out against poorest. Me not joke. I say some people are come out since night and the street program change.
Mm-hmm.
Tell up that some of them say they can't keep up.
Okay, well look here. A man. Hold on this, sir. I'm glad you jump up and catch me. One man reached out to me over the weekend and he showed me some sidewalk work. I said Mr. Chin was doing some sidewalk work recently after the conference, right?
Yes, man.
Him show me the sidewalk work and him tell me say Peter Bunting them come around here.
Well, me never really see them. So you see when them see a real thing, them at the sidewalk work. Up to since night they don't. The truck never leave down this night when me rush out, they forget something out there. And we go there, me have to go way around, go corner shop at Old Porous. It's so far, me live a Clarkson, me have to live way in a vehicle going to Old Porous or corner shop to get one bread.
So who,
come on.
So hold on there now. You reach out to Desmond McKenzie, although I know film job still that are the head police. We're supposed to.
I don't really have no business, because I used to run our farms with the farming now.
Yeah.
But the problem we have, a guy out here tell me, say, reach out to Desmond McKenzie. You don't come to your life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one business space for the really get you really old. Don't come to your life. He said, call Desmond McKenzie. And Desmond says, not him, it's the mayor and the high command the parish. I closed down the place early. And he told them to use the police resource so they have the patrol vehicle and some of the soldier and the business people can get to do it in one resident. So I don't know why this thing goes run I would don't know if a mandate or what, or the constitution. We don't know. But we say many people calling because me lego your WhatsApp number to them.
Mm-hmm.
They call.
Make them call me every day. Mm-hmm. Thank you for calling, because me go continue for broadcast it, because I want you guys to get the help you need. I'm a Manchester girl. I'm want to forget the help on the need. So me call out to the Prime Minister
we need
tonight.
some help from the government. Infrastructure before us. And we need some farm. We need help for the farm and them down in a poor state. We're not getting no help.
Okay.
One little woman that touch with sometime when they're ready, and Miss Moran Baker. And one council alone cannot help you. And we have 2 councils down here. And we have 2 members of parliament down here.
What can
and we have the mayor. We're second in 2 councils. They need help. And then they talk about they love the poor. Or you love the poor, and you're not help the poor.
And them about PNP and JLP, sir.
Yes, or you help the poor and not help the poor. You can't 5,000 go give people that have money. That a 1 day work with 1 man in a ground. I mean, on the punishment can of 5,000. Help me if you can give me some fertilizer, if you can give me some seed. If you can't plow back with land, because we bounce back after the storm and certain things.
Somebody in the chat is asking if you are a registered farmer, that you can go to RADA to register your losses.
Look here. Tell the person I chat about register for me, I'm ID for 19. When I left school 2 told, tell the person I chat, look here. Me have my RADA ID, me have case, I talk about RADA. I lazy people that work around, but the whole system will keep up of a man development.
Oh, what you say?
The whole system, and the Ministry of Agriculture will revamp it. They don't know work up, they're lazy people that me ever say in our government entity.
No, man, the Prime Minister for go down there.
Tell him already. Me rather dead for the truth more than know say truth up in me 20, 30 years. I tell anyone, if you want to see me, I say no man, come to me and fear business. That kind of stuff. Me have a landmark. Say yes, me really call for the truth before us. That is what me believe in too.
No, man, the people them on your side. Nobody thought they sitting there. The people them on your side. Nobody want to live under those conditions.
Rather is a trouble. People they do not do their work. There are some people that have the government put people in place to decide to work, not to take government money and their money and pocket. And don't do the work. They don't come to people farm. They don't visit where you call them. It's a known because like a politician them.
No, the Prime Minister for go down there now. Because
let me tell you something. I'm warning these people, don't start calling him. Don't start calling a name.
If you don't want to call them name, we call it for you. So you can send the name, come give it.
If you don't want me calling him, just do no work. Just don't when farmer then get the district named Clarkstown. Liquid district. When you upstairs we lose 2 youth, 1 out of Porous and 1 night district. We don't know the impact, but I'm not getting at that. That's business. That. What I'm saying to you is that like a district, young people, some raise court, some plant ground, some work with government, some do all type of something. But what I'm saying to you, the farmer do not get no help. No, we not get. They say me a part of one farmers group, and they say liquor fertilizer come give the farmers group. That means that to the farmers group president, the interim president, say, look here. When we see you, the best thing you do, just cut the president and give each one half bag. You can't give them 10, 20 pounds, not 20, because guess what? You don't make no sense, just give them half bag. Because that not going to help them. Right now, come and look on the man and say, look here, give somebody for me half bag of fertilizer. Because me can afford to buy a bag of fertilizer, but at the same time, no more farmer want fertilizer.
Somebody
and
said,
that is weird.
Well, I know my friend. Somebody said, Donovan said, Porous Town is small, bad. Yeah, I know it is, and that's why it shouldn't be that hard, to deal with the people them and understand with them.
You know what? You don't have an argument because you run game Miss Road and you're caretaker. It's a film argument.
Oh,
You don't buy film argument.
who that?
You don't buy Donovan argument.
What is Donovan argument though?
You say Porous Town, as who said Porous Town is too small.
Oh,
Porous
okay.
Porous Town to Manchester. Porous that look out more than all them look out to Mandeville, Christie and certain place. Them is just unfair to the poorest people, include myself.
It's always been that way though, because to be very honest with you, from me I coming a Manchester and I drive past Porous. Me not really see no development there all these years and decades for sure. When Christian town develop and some other local town, you not really see no development.
We ask them long time about, all right, you have a council that a PNP council when you have Sam Bailey before. When me a youth, opportunity, but me a youth, couldn't vote. And Sam Bailey recognize Porous have their market, their community center, their clinic, their sub-fire station, them infrastructure, gutter, orange vendor, and small business. Sam Bailey did. Everybody left that. Nobody business where Sam Bailey do. Nobody took up the legacy where him left off. They want to come and beg you everything, lick in that to try to lick up his gutter into rank people vote him out. So Miss Baker there. And Miss Baker have a division so big where they put money with them a game, can't deal with Porous and deal with the Bush response for that corner. The last place when they were Victoria Town. Then they call them behind Jesus. That's what people that's it. Then they pass Porous and grow. That's what Manchester say. The money where me and grant give the council and the government, it's too small for the council because they can spend money. So the MP have to step in and help, and the government have to help, and me have to step in and help. So the whole four of them get blamed. Me as the camera, me tell you something really. I talk about no one somebody coming on one side, and I talk about what happen at the place. So if a PNP you get help, they will get help. If a jail you get help, you will get help.
So look here. When before this government come in, when the Peter Bunting and the PNP, them not do nothing neither, sir, over all them time there?
No, the long sir. Me say me left school 2000. And me say one thing below by John Jr. went in there too, where Sam Bailey right too. The plan is the clinic. The poorest clinic we make. And the poorest clinic we make that the class supply poorest people be. We can't go there. As a junior clinic, with me a tough time, say more review out of course, and we can put the clinic to run more than before to Friday because it was built for that purpose. You know what I mean?
So why everybody does a neglect Porous so?
I don't know what's going on. Because people pay tax and the two of me have a problem with Porous and me I blow the whistle. Politician, business people, church people and the resident need to come together and say, look here, time for this foolishness stop now, man. Time for this foolishness stop. You know what I mean?
Well, all right then. Well, the Prime Minister forgot intervening in this because this is, you can see that there has been a legacy of neglect from both sides. So right now, the Prime Minister is going to have to come down there and meet to do not intervene. And may I call on the Prime Minister? You hear the man say it's going to be a battleground down there. So when you come and vote and you hear some of the people in the chat talk about say Porous one little place. Yeah, we know one little place. But that doesn't mean there should be disadvantage.
They should scale like that. If Porous one little place like that, Porous that be a nice place when you come.
Me know that, man. Me know that. That's why I give you the platform make you talk and advocate for your community.
If you tell me I say Bunting left with money, 60 million.
So they say.
That consequence for it. I don't see a reason why they could take out 25 million and spend that first year. I said, look here. Porous need a touch. Look at touch Porous.
Oh God, man. After all those decades.
Look at touch Porous. You understand me?
Yeah.
So Porous is the biggest problem. But some of the people in their side are going to negative because I was speaking to a person with you. And when me I said, look here, and me I respond to Porous and he called. The person said, say, don't call me and he call me the response. The mayor have been seat around but him is a part of poor because him are the mayor. I mean the one body called twist me that even look like me an idiot, you know, a piece of me look like me fool, you know. A piece of me I walk behind donkey, you know. A piece of me look like me an idiot, you know. The mayor is part of poor.
All right, here one now. Why don't you send me in WhatsApp some photographs and some videos if you can?
I said there's some video when we click.
Oh, you did?
Okay. Yeah, the guy have a stage 4 cancer. Well, me clear that road after burial. And when that man look and see, he was sending the picture to the Miss Road office. And Miss Road had to be response to that and know about that picture. But we clear top copy go for him. And I'm not joking, I'm telling him already, said, if when it comes to foolishness, don't come to me with it. I'm not somebody with bad bullshit.
Some people
I don't have to vote. I don't have to vote either the PNP or JLP because what? We do nothing for we for us. Me don't first have to vote. I vote the last time, I can tell you. I'm a vote for Rhoda. I never vote to Mr. Iber, the caretaker. I can tell you that. Kind of, he never have no behavior because he was a caretaker when he get married on Michelle. And I don't vote to marry because I'm married on work on the PNP council. I vote 1 year for Miss Ramsey as council because he said, no, we could get water like now I'll play around here. So don't play with me because I'm not somebody we can play with. We don't play a game, I play with me see how do work, I help the farmer, I fix my road, I could get street light. That is what that is the thing. Right now, the clocks when you want some street light. I want to pay Dolly House. With government coffee, you not pay Dolly House with. I look for money, you look at vehicle allowance, you look at travel allowance, you look at lunch allowance, you get to.
Well, all right. Well, thank you very much. I'm hoping that this message will reach the Prime Minister as soon as possible. And him can't, because he's not a man who is scared to call on these people who are not doing something or falling short. So the Prime Minister.
I don't know about the business people I will talk about themselves because me now run business, I stop run farm store from 2000, let me see when. It closed on 2020 and 21, so many things. Because I went to a place, I alarm and I try to rob me, and me just lock it down. I stick to farmer, I stick to my little work, and my little farming, I stay right there. So because I run a business, and me rent money, I try to pay people, give your people rent 72,000 every 6 months, 12,000 a month, and I pay light bill and water bill. And you know, I pay people their money, I make sure me just come out that place. And because my friend me have put the counter in a garage, come in no space, and stop run business. So me pay business tax. Me have a business like through AgriGrace, a CO2 account where me buy stock through AgriGrace a man bill, H&L a man bill.
Look here.
You understand? Like
yes.
So me pay tax, both property tax and business tax. I mean have a RADA ID, a JS ID. So what people say, give me a RADA ID. I'm not doing nothing. Nothing. They might drop the wash with they want shake over to let put a boot in my way up there.
All right, sir. Thank you for calling. We are going to make sure so the message keep getting out there. Do me a favor. You see tomorrow and for the rest of the week, you say the rest of people them down there wanted to call the program. Make them call so that's the people them.
You come too late tonight and no people have been because up to me have a cousin. But we are Broadway, they contribute Jamaica.
Yes.
Really, but you live in England.
Yes, so
and the man said, he said more text and more call.
Yes, so make them call the program and make them call the program because when I want nobody feel like say you is just a local lone voice and you're confused and you're this and you're that because there are some people who are tribalists. No, sir, listen to me now. You have some people who are political tribalists. And they must say you're a troublemaker and this and that. So we want to hear the rest of people them now. Tell them call us so we can hear them as well. Can you please?
JP, which night you coming out back by program?
I'm gonna be on. Let's see. What's today? I'm gonna be on tomorrow, and the following day, guarantee. So make them call me, so we can't. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
Time.
Oh, the time we're gonna start around 8 o'clock. So probably around. Make them call around 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Right, good.
Yes. Yes, and send me all of the video and everything, and I would try to do an upload. If nobody is responding to you, then this platform is going to put together a nice little video and put it up so that everybody can see it and hear and see everybody who are the MP and whether them are JLP, PNP, and put all of them in there. So thank you. Yes, man. Thank you. Good night, sir.
Good night, man.
Yeah. This platform also plays an advocacy role, a voice for the people. When people call over here about them legitimate concern, I don't want a tribalist come over here, come undermine the people them, and come accuse the people them of being arrogant and accuse the people them of having an agenda and ray. So that's why come here, read every comment, And some of them are there, I'm not even gonna put up on the screen. Because some of you guys are very disrespectful. The man called and he's talking about the issues. And as a person from Manchester, me can tell say no development no go on there for a long time. You see, a poorest high school, my uncle used to come from England every year and keep him dance over at the high school. So every year we fly down and go the dance. I choose certain vibes in the place, His wife told him to stop doing it. So we know the place like that. So if the man come over here, come talk, and who have an orange and who have an green, and then don't want to hear the man talk, we don't really do that style over here. Leave the man alone and make him talk. What we need to do is go tell these so-called representatives, say, there are issues that they need to address. That's what they need to do. And if Rhoda did have any manners, when it was brought to her platform on Facebook, she wouldn't ignore it. She would have addressed it and respond to it. And this is why some of them coming at the politics, then don't last too long. Because even though, some people may think they're okay or whatever, they seem to have an attitude problem some of the times. Some of them. So, because I don't want nobody feel like, say, the man is a lone voice out there. I want the whole community call over here. Because I'm going to take them call. I'm going to take them call until something is done for them. So if the Prime Minister is hearing this or anybody close to the Prime Minister, me know so there's issues in Porous, Donovan. Yeah, me just tell us that my uncle used to keep him dance every year, every summer, over the high school at Porous. And because of certain vibes why I'm stopped doing it. So me understand, but that doesn't mean that the place should be ignored. And the ignoring has been going on before the scamming started. The man is a labor right, and him not only attack against the green side, him talking against the orange side, them who never do nothing need that too. So I don't feel like say it fear for nobody coming at the comment to try like they want to undermine the man. The man have a legitimate concern, make him talk, man. The people them will get voted in, make them do their work. Because if I did phone the community, you wouldn't want nobody to shut you down and talk like say, you're not a troublemaker. Make the man talk. The person who is going to come and respond to him, whether it be Prime Minister or whosoever, them the person that them going to get them respect for responding to him. But me I tell you to say, Rhoda was the first one who JPU reached out to over Facebook. I'm telling you what she do. We not worship politician, And that's the problem with some Jamaican people. Them worship politician. And when the politician them now live up to what them supposed to live up to, when you get frustrated, you cannot worship politicians. You have to hold them to their duty and what they were elected to do. Why are they ignoring Porous from when? Them need to stop it. So I agree with the man. If them don't do what them, it's going to become a battleground state. Battleground state, sorry. It's going to become a battleground, right? When you say it's small, that's okay. That's all right. But who have ears, make them ear. Remember, so the platform here is not for tribalists. So if you want to come over here for the tribalism, find one other place to go, please and thanks. We don't want about them kind of something because tribalism, it not good. It not good for no country. I know that we promote over here, so all of who want here just one set of people get tear down, please, nobody can stress you out over here, so. That's the truth, my friend. Hold them accountable. Let them do their job. And for those who want to know, the way the constituency is set up, Rhoda as the MP for Central, and Mr. Chin, who is the MP for South Manchester. The two of them supposed to have some responsibility. And of course, you have the mayor and you have the councillor them. So everybody must do their work. What the problem? So the rest of the people in front of the community, then going to call over here and talk. I'm going to highlight them. Me's a Manchester woman. At the right place, then call. When you can't converse, you can undermine them and leave the man alone making talk. If I did anything to bring down people where you not like, when you that in the comments a cheer. But when somebody come in now and I talk the truth about people where you not like, you don't like that, we not bring down people over here, so. We are do the right thing. The man talk out for community and the rest of people them will come over here and talk. Anyways, want to know what come about tonight? The politics upside down. Anything is possible, you know, guys. Remember, over this platform, you never yet hear JPU say the general election where I come, JLP are going to win or PNP are going to win. I never yet tell you that yet. The only thing me do, I come show the people them what really are going, right? So all who want to be arrogant and think say, who don't know want all the people them accountable, who think say them it's gonna be easy and smooth sailing, when you make a sad mistake. The more you do your work as a politician, the more it is likely that you're going to be successful. So when you don't want to turn on the constituents, we are taught the truth now. We do not realize what is going on. And that's why the Prime Minister of Jamaica come out and come say, all who now do them work, there is going to be some shaking up. Rightfully so. So, Mr. Prime Minister, if you're listening to this, don't follow them. If you read the comment, don't follow them who say, why him sound cantankerous, he sound arrogant, he sound like this, he sound like that, and this. And Prime Minister, don't listen to them. The people them put you there for do the work. You do the work. And you see those who the people them elect when I do them work, you know what to do. Yes. What you need for God to have a relay the message to the Prime Minister that you forgot to ask me nothing. JPU has a responsibility to inform the public. And anybody will want the advice for heard, they can come over here too. That's what it's about. But anyway, guys, I thank you all so much for joining. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. If this information that you were given is useful to you and anybody that you know, feel free to share it. Because there is a disinformation campaign out here against Jamaica. Really, it is against Jamaica by individuals who are hell-bent on toppling the government to form the next government. And that's not the way you form a government. You form a government by putting something to the people what makes sense. Those who are not capable of doing that, they are abusing their power and they are colluding and conspiring to do our country and our democracy harm. So that was the central theme of the presentation here tonight. Anyway, have a good night, guys. Take care of yourselves, and we'll catch up tomorrow.